How do I fix this?
What if I told you I have something to make all your skin problems fade away? But what is this? Remember to look deep inside the box.
Our Goodbye Acne Hello Glass Skin Box, specially created by moi for you guys. Throughout the last at least 2 years, I've just been so obsessed with everything VT Cosmetics because it's taken my skin from troublesome days, irritated days, and even good skin days, everything in between, and really just given my skin life. So VT and Stylekorean were basically like, do you want to put your favorite products into a box to specially give to your audience at a super discounted price so they can try all your favorites? And I was like, hell yeah. So you'll open it and then you'll see little old me, but all the products that I've talked about for the last at least 1.5 years. When I was selecting the products to put in here, I really wanted this box to be something for everyone, no matter what it is you're suffering with, because these ingredients will just do it all. But in saying that, it's especially effective for large pores, hyperpigmentation, and skin texture. So I'm gonna get into what each product is, how to use it, and how you can implement it into your own routine. So enough chat, let's dive into each product. In the box, there's 2 types of reedle shots. So reedles are the formulations that have the little spicules that help your skincare penetrate a little bit deeper into your skin, and it really helps with skin texture, with brightening, and evening overall skin tone. In a previous video that we did, I used it for 1 month, and you can see just the changes fundamentally in my skin, how soft it felt, how even it was, and how brightened it can be. So in here, I actually picked 2 different types, and let me tell you why. The first one is the Retta A Reedle shot, but there's also the 700 Reedle shot. So let me first start with this one. So this is different to the original 100 Seeker Reedle shot, and I specifically didn't put that one in the box because I know a lot of you have also tried it, you love it, and so I was thinking you might already have it. But remember in my last video, if you haven't seen that, it's right here. They actually formulated this guy, which is a combination of the Seeker Reedle with my favorite serum essence. And this is the Seeker Retta A Essence 0.1. Now, I did also put this one in there for you guys because if you do have the 100, then you can pair it with this. So this is a retinol serum. And why I loved it so much is because vitamin A, as we know, can do everything. Minimize pores so that it looks smaller, and also control the sebum that's coming out. So if you have oily skin, combination skin in the T-zone, it can help to balance. It also helps with skin renewal, so your texture will be smooth and plump, and your fine lines, vitamin A really helps with that as well. But the key ingredient for this is actually gram-active retinoid. And so it's much more gentle, but it gives you just as much effectiveness of being able to do everything that I just said while being super gentle, and so it's great for sensitive skin. I love it because no other essence serum feels so lightweight. It glides and is silky on the skin. And in terms of the results, my skin just feels so soft. The texture is gone, the redness has faded, hyperpigmentation from acne scars or dullness also are improved. And so this guy is just a staple in my routine all year round. And then I want to talk a little bit about the 700. So why I put this in here and not maybe the 300 is because I think skincare is fun, right? It's a little bit experimental, and I knew a lot of you guys probably would be a little like apprehensive about trying the 700. And I know even from reading the comments, even on Reddit and on our own videos, you guys have either tried the 100 or 300. So I didn't want to just like put something in there that you guys already know would work. You know, I wanted you to try something new. So this is different to the 100 where you can use it every day because, you know, the formulation will shed with your natural skin shedding process. So it's super safe to use on a daily, the 100. But The 700 is designed to be used once a week. So this one is kind of like when you feel like you've used everything and tried everything, but your skin still feels dull or it still feels like flaky. This has a much creamier consistency. It has the consistency of a lotion versus the 100 and 300 had the consistency of a gel serum. The 100 and 300 was just like a soft little prick. This is like a more condensed prick. Like you can feel it's much more densely populated on the skin. This one definitely feels a little bit more nourishing, more like a actual moisturizer. It might be a little confusing now as to like how, you know, all of these play into your routine. I have a full-on calendar for you guys, so don't worry. With this one, if you have hypersensitive skin, if you know you get red really easily, I would suggest you do a little patch test. So that's that guy. Next, we have the Glucamune Cream. Okay, so I was telling you guys I was using this when my skin barrier was just destroyed. I had peeling, it was red, I had cystic acne, and I basically obliterated my cystic acne with really intense retinoids, and I was on the journey of healing my skin back, right? So the first step was getting rid of the breakouts. Second step is healing my skin barrier and building it. And this cream was just so soothing. It is so unique. You can see, I'm like, this is empty, so I can't really show you, but in the footage, you'll see it's kind of like a snail mucin texture, and it just wraps and envelops your skin. It is the smoothest thing that you'll ever have used, and it doesn't leave your skin sticky, it just completely absorbs in. So for oily skin in the summer, I would say this is probably all you need. Keep it lightweight, keep it hydrating. But if you have combination or drier skin, what you can do is actually layer this on, because it's almost kind of like in between a serum and a moisturizer. It just sinks in really quick. It's like thirst quenching for your skin. What drew me to this in the first place was that it said it's for dehydrated skin. So dehydrated skin is different to dry skin. Dry skin is a skin type, dehydrated is a condition. And so when you're lacking nourishment and you're lacking hydration, what can happen is your skin starts evaporating, right? Because it's not sealed tightly. So this guy really helps with sealing that hydration back in. Love this. It also works so well under makeup. And if you want a really lightweight daytime routine, this is one of the best lightweight moisturizers as well, but doing the most. So yes, this is the Glucamune Cream. So that was the core of the box, but it's still not over. We have more. You guys know I love to spoil you. So in this little envelope, you'll find a description of all the products here. It's like a little guide for you guys if you get confused. But in here, I added 2 more products because if you watched that video where my skin was freaking out, you'll know that I rely heavily on pimple patches. And Korean, Japanese, like in Asia, pimple patches are just a must. And it speeds up the recovery process of any breakout by half. So if you want your breakout to heal not in 5 days, but in 2, then you have to try these pimple patches because they've also got soothing and calming ingredients. So in here, there are 2 different sizes. So if you have a big mama or a little mama, got you covered. There's the 10mm one and the 12mm one. And I realize some people might be using this wrong. So pimple patches are designed to be used as the first thing you put on your skin after cleansing. So it has to go straight onto dry skin. So you cleanse your face, pat it down, and then this guy goes straight on top. But my pro tip for using these pimple patches is actually it's the most effective for pustules. You know, those yellow ones and you're like, oh, I want to pop it. So I'm going to tell you a secret. I popped those, and let me tell you why. Because these hydrocolloid patches work best when it has something to absorb. Like, I'm not saying dive in there and scratch the heck out of your face, but those are actually really easy to just pop away, right? It's just a really thin skin. And then pop one of these stickers over it, and what the sticker's gonna do is actually draw out all the bacteria, the pus, and it's gonna empty that like chasm out, and it's just gonna heal it so much more quickly. Honestly, this is bad advice, but this is just what I do, and I think it really works. Because if you think about it, if it's not popped, then you're just putting it on like already covered skin, and it's got nothing to draw. I can't draw it out because there's that like pimple membrane. Love this guy, helps with redness, helps with healing, and that's how you can use it. Last but not least is this guy. This is the reedle Hydrogel mask. Okay, so it's a two-step mask, and you start with step 1, which is the ampule, and the ampule is the same as this guy. So they just put a little bit in here so you can take it on the go. So you slather that on after you wash your face, and then you put on the hydrogel mask. The hydrogel also has its own serum concoction in there, which slowly melts and sinks into your skin the longer you leave this on. So for those of you who haven't tried hydrogel mask, you will not be able to go back to a normal cotton mask again, my friends, after you've tried this, because the results of hydrogel are just insane for hydration, glowing glass skin. And that's because the hydrogel itself has actually absorbed the serum. This mask, you can leave it on for about 20 to 40 minutes. So nothing like 3 hours, because that's just like too long and too annoying, too fussy. And you'll see the mask slowly turn translucent, which is when the serum has melted into your skin. And then you peel it off, and it's not gonna leave you with wet skin like traditional masks, but it will leave you with super soft and flexible skin because that serum's already been injected into your skin. I love these hydrogels. They're all the rage in Asia. I think everyone has caught on to it. And so this is just one of my favorites. Once again, I chose the Retta A because I really want you guys to experience the effects that gentle retinols can do for your skin. For pores, for texture, for acne, for breakouts, but all the while being really suitable also for sensitive skin as well. So I've come up with 3 really simple ways that you can implement these products into your current routine and just have glowing glass skin. Let's first start off with option 1, or your daily routine 1. So this is if you want to use this guy. So you cleanse your face with whatever cleanser you have. Then if you have active breakouts, put on this guy straight on top of your dry cleansed skin. And then that's when you go in with this one to the rest of your face, because the reedles are designed to be used straight after you cleanse your face. So this guy, 1 to 2 pumps, spread it over the skin. Now it's up to you whether you want to go in with a toner or your own serum. The only thing is you won't use this guy because it's already formulated in here, so you don't need to go in twice. But you can use your own hydrating toner or, hydrating serum. I would just avoid anything with L-ascorbic acid or, vitamin C, because you really just want to let this shine. The only thing to note also is if you're using the 100 every day, use it once. So either in your daytime routine or in your nighttime routine. Don't use the reedles twice day and night, because it's designed to use once per day. So then if it's during the day, just pop on a SPF and then go about your day. Or if it's at night, that's it. So you can layer this on or even go in with another moisturizer, because I personally love thick moisturizers at night. Now, daily option 2 is if you want to use this serum on its own. So what you'll do, once again, is start with whatever cleanser you're using. You can use this if you need to. And then if you have the original 100, 300, or the 700, that's when you'll go into using the Cica Reedle. And then afterwards, you can use this guy and then end it on another moisturizer. So that's option 2. And just a reminder, if you're using the 700, don't use this again for the week. But this guy you can use every day. It's gentle enough and it will really help. Then the last option I have for you guys is if you want to know how to use the mask in the routine. And this is even more simple. So cleanse your face, and then after you cleanse it, go straight into this mask pack, because this mask is essentially a toner serum step. And then afterwards, you just go straight into the moisturizer. And that's it. It minimizes and streamlines the whole step. And that's essentially how you can use anything and everything in this box to play with your current routine, switch in and swap out. So here's a 7-day calendar view on everything that I just said, how you can use it. Now for just some rapid fire do's and don'ts to call out For the Reedles, just avoid using it on your neck. Every other skincare, you should be spreading down your neck because it's still skin. Also, if you're using the Reedle, avoid using it with a device. So if you have anything like Medicube or microcurrents, I would just keep it simple. So if you're using the Reedles in your nighttime routine, just avoid using the device at night as well. But you can use it, the next day or what have you. Another one is avoid using the Reedle different formulations in the same routine as well. So if you're using 700, don't use the 100 the day after because it's a one and done for the week. So don't layer it on top of each other because they're designed to work beautifully on its own. If you feel any sort of irritation or dryness, which you really shouldn't, either try moisturizing more, hydrating more, or just pause using it for a couple of days and see what it could possibly be, and then you can start again and see if those symptoms recur. Then for do's, just remember to hydrate, SPF during the day, double moisturize if your skin needs more moisture, and notice your beautiful skin transform. Wait, what is this?
But remember, there was more. It's not just skincare that gives us that glow, it's what we do every day. So remember, you are the product of your environment, so change up your pillowcases, towels on a weekly basis, and have clean hair away from your face. Hydration can solve many issues. It helps our organs to continue to operate properly, help naturally detox on a daily, and pump clean blood throughout our bodies. We are what we eat, so try skin-boosting ingredients in your meals like probiotics, healthy fats, more fiber, and herbal tinctures. Be restful, my sweet. Sleeping Beauty was onto something. There's different types of rest, so as long as you can carve some time to relax, your skin, body, and mind will thank you. Stress is the villain of all glowing skin, so carve out some time to either try meditation, reading, short walks, and even a digital detox for a couple of hours each day. I promise you it'll all come together with these tips and you'll be glowing inside out. I just know it. I've left all the magical details in the description box for you guys to follow. I hope you enjoy the box and all the goodies we picked. Until next time, goodbye my beauties.